On a chilly autumn night, the seams of my life began to tear. My wife, Clara, had told me she was going out with her friends, leaving me home with a glass of red wine and an old film for company. After 8 years of marriage, I believed I knew her patterns, her moods, the little signals that defined her. Yet that night, something felt wrong. Her laughter over the phone was too sharp, her tone rehearsed. I brushed off the unease, convincing myself I was imagining things. When she slipped through the door well past midnight, her giggles sounded like a teenager sneaking home after curfew. Her cheeks glowed, her hair slightly messy, and a foreign cologne clung to her clothes. My gut twisted, though I masked it with a smile. Clara collapsed on the couch, tossing off her heels with flair, her grin wide and carefree. "You're glowing tonight," I remarked, setting down my drink. "Oh, it was such a fun evening," she chirped, her voice too animated. "Just the girls, drinks, and laughter. Nothing unusual." I nodded, pretending to believe her, while she avoided my gaze and clutched her phone like a lifeline. Doubt began to fester, but I stayed silent. For now, I told myself trust was the bedrock of marriage, though it already felt like a lie. The next morning, Clara hummed cheerfully while cooking breakfast, her phone buzzing on the counter nonstop. She ignored it, stirring eggs as though the world was perfect. When she stepped away, temptation overtook me. My hands shook as I unlocked her phone, once a symbol of trust, now a weapon against me. The first message cut deep. "Last night was amazing. I can still taste you." My vision blurred as I scrolled through dozens of texts from someone saved only as photos followed. Grainy shots from a dim hotel room, Clara smiling, drink in hand, leaning into a stranger's arms. My chest caved in. Betrayal felt like a blade driven into me. I placed the phone back quietly, swallowing the rage. Anger could wait. Strategy had to come first. Clara returned, kissed my cheek, and placed breakfast before me, her radiant smile intact. How could she act so normal after such deception? Days passed, and I became a shadow in my own home, quietly collecting every shred of proof, screenshots, receipts, photos she hadn't hidden. It wasn't a fling. It was months of deceit. The more I uncovered, the colder my resolve grew. Outwardly, I played the loving husband, cooking her meals, laughing at her jokes, even planning a romantic weekend retreat. Clara seemed relieved, believing my affection washed away her guilt. She had no idea I was staging her downfall. The retreat was perfect, a secluded cabin in the mountains, peaceful and far from anyone. Clara gushed about how badly she needed the break. I packed carefully, including my camera gear, which she thought was just for a new hobby. That first night, we sipped wine by the fire, reminisced, even danced under starlight. For a fleeting moment, I almost forgot her betrayal. Almost. The next morning, I told her I wanted to photograph the scenery. Instead, I hid small cameras around the cabin, preparing for the final act. Later, I suggested a long hike. Clara hesitated, then agreed. For hours, we wandered trails while I masked my cold intentions. That night, after filling her glass again and again, I slipped away with her phone and sent a final text to "It's over." Then I deleted the entire exchange. Clara, oblivious, laughed at my jokes over dinner. When we returned home, she searched frantically through her purse, pale and trembling. "My wedding ring," she whispered. "It's gone." I feigned concern, my voice dripping with false sympathy. "When did you last wear it?" She looked at me, panic and guilt swirling in her eyes. I already knew. I had hidden it, that sacred symbol now part of her punishment. The next morning, I executed my plan. On the counter, I left a thick folder, screenshots, receipts, hotel bills, every damning detail. Clara found it, her face draining of color. "What is this?" she whispered. "The truth," I said flatly. She stammered excuses, reaching for me, but I silenced her with a hand. "No, you made your choice. Now I've made mine." I had already secured the lawyer, the paperwork, the evidence. Divorce would be swift, the house, savings, and Carmine. Clara, stripped of everything, collapsed in tears. In the weeks that followed, I rebuilt my life. Clara unraveled. Em had vanished, leaving her abandoned. Friends sided with me when the truth came out. She lost it all. One quiet evening, whiskey in hand, I sat on the porch reflecting. The sting of betrayal still pulsed faintly, but alongside it was triumph. I had reclaimed my life, no longer her victim. Clara's laughter no longer haunted me. In its place was my own, the sound of freedom, of resilience, and of justice served.